Because it's the ballet. When are you going to see a ballet again? And it was not because I loved the ballet or I was so very interested in the ballet. It was for the experience. You can sit and watch TV and you can watch a concert on TV. But there's nothing like being in the room. There is nothing like hearing the Nutcracker live and seeing the expression on the performer's face and feeling the energy of the room just shift around you. It is so much more intense. It is so much more gratifying when you are in a space, when you are in an opportunity. You know, I'm not even interested in sports, but along that adventure, I came to know someone that was a part of the NBA, and they said, "Hey, come on down. We have a skybox. You can come and sit with us." All right. I don't watch basketball, I don't watch sports. But when you tell me I can sit in a skybox, I'm here for it. I am here for it. And so I got dressed up. It was, got dressed up and showed up. And there I was in the skybox watching this live game. And then I got it. All of a sudden, I got it. After years and years and years of sitting with my stepfather, watching the Lakers, because that was his team, watching the Lakers for decades, I never got it. For me, the experience was just being there with him. But in that moment, in the stadium, watching the Seattle Supersonics, I got it. I got it. I felt the energy in the room. When the wave came my way, I was so far from the wave, it was funny. It was funny. I could see it. It was like I was sitting on top of the wave and this was me. Yeah! Woo! Woo! I was cheering for both teams and people were looking at me like, what's her problem? What's her problem? The energy was different. I was on an adventure. I had allowed myself to be open to the experience, open to all of the good things that were possible. Now, I'll tell you this, in the middle of this adventure, you always have to use wisdom in the midst of your adventure, okay? I always have to consider, what are my limitations? What am I prepared to do from what I'm not prepared to do? I have to always be aware of what's happening around me, Being on adventure does not mean you're exempt from any consequences. You're never exempt from consequences, So, my Starbucks adventure. If I was allergic to nuts on my Starbucks adventure, if one of the things that I pointed at was almond milk, regardless of how much of an adventure I was on, I had to exclude that. Can't have almond milk because I'm not planning on dying here. That's not what this is about. This is about reviving me. This is about inspiring me. This is about getting me to the point that I am excited once again about life. That's what this is about. That's what this adventure is about. This chance that you are taking is not about endangering you or endangering the people around you, but it's about placing yourself in a position to have an experience so far removed from your everyday experience that it awakens you. It awakens you. Sometimes just making the decision to be awakened can start as simply as making a step on a path just like this. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. 1 step at a time. Changing one thing about your daily routine so that you're excited to wake up. Changing one thing about the way you speak to others so that you're excited to have conversations. Changing one thing about the way you perceive your environment, that you no longer feel stressed because all of the negative things that are happening around you, but you become energized because you can see the positivity that exists in all of these seemingly negative spaces. That's what your adventure can be. 1 step. The first stone, acknowledging that you need an adventure. And you know you do. You know. You need an adventure. That's your first stone. Your second stone is deciding which area of your life you're going to place this little adventure. Is it going to be, you're going to open up the pages of a book, you're going to go in a bookstore and buy a book about some faraway land and flip through those pages as though you are having that experience and learn about that place that you only dared to dream about in preparation for your next step? And you know what the next step is, right? You know what the next step is. If you're looking at travel books, the next step is to go online. See what the ticket prices are. See what's out there. See what is available. See if your 2 pennies can get you from here to there or from here across the street. Because remember, your adventure starts with 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter if you don't have enough money for it. Because like everything else, like every adventure, sometimes you have to make a step towards what you want. So that's saving $1, $2, $3. That may mean investing $1, $2, $3. That may mean taking on an additional shift at work. That may mean scaling back on going to the regular everyday restaurant and going to doing the regular everyday things so that you can scale up to an adventure that transforms your life and transforms your perspective of your life. It's up to you. It's up to you to decide that today I am going to live. Not live halfway, but all the way. Today, in spite of fear, I am going to make that first step. Today, in spite of limitations, I am going to change that one thing that gets me closer to the things that I desire. Every single day, you have to make the kind of decisions that will inspire you to be the best you can possibly be. And when you take the opportunity to be the best you that you can possibly be, you will look back on your path, all the way back there, and say to yourself, whew, that was an adventure. Hey, Marcus, sick. Wow. When you live in it, it may seem like just one step at a time, taking way too long. But when you look back, baby, a lifetime worth living. That's what you would have experienced. Thank you guys for coming out and listening to this little talk about adventures. And I'll see you next time on our next adventure. Thank you for joining me for yet another exciting episode of CandisLive. Now remember, we are going to go on an adventure. Nothing big, just to start out. First step, deciding what we're going to do. Second step, looking around to see exactly what is available for our little adventure. And the third step, we're going to jump in, baby. Jump in. And remember, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be a little thing. It could be just changing your everyday habits. But whatever it is, just do it. Have that adventure. Live life. Make every day worth living. Create change. Until next time, I love you.